Welcome to Hammerspace Recording. My name is Troy BMAN, and today we are having a look at the Synergy BMAN module. The BMAN is based off the Bassman Fender amp, the classic 4x10 combo used for bass rigs and guitar rigs and the like. The precursor to the JTM 45 as well. A lot of similarities shared between those two amps. I've never had the opportunity to play a real Bassman, unfortunately. It's, I say this about so many amps, but there's just not that much stuff around town. There is, but there isn't. And so, yeah, this is one of the ones that most of my experiences come from, using modelers and, plugins and those sort of things. I've tried most of the Synergy lineup at this point, and I left this one kind of towards the end because, I don't know, I was sort of thinking it would be a pretty cool, clean module. Maybe I've already got things that would cover that, but this one definitely has a lot more grit and character. It's quite an interesting sound, and I think it covers a different tonal palette than some of the other Synergy modules that I've tried, and also some of the other amps that I have in my collection. So let's ramp some guitar. We'll be running out through my Undertone Audio GB tracker, through the Syn20IR with the Synergy BMAN module, into the other room through a Marshall 4x12 cabinet with vintage 30 speakers, mic'd with a single SM57. Let's have a listen. right, let's have a play around with this thing. I'm going to be running my Shure standard, Koa standard, with Aldrich humbucker in the bridge, with an Aldrich humbucker in the bridge, and some ML single coils in the neck and middle. In the single coil position, it sounds like this. Which is such a great sound. I mean, it's slightly broken up. It's not clean at the moment. We're on the blue channel with both switches in the middle position and just a little bit halfway on the gain. So if we were to roll the volume back on the guitar just slightly. So let's just see what we can get out of it with a clean sound. I'm going to turn the gain down, still keep the switches in the middle, and we'll just goose up the volume a little bit. It sounds great. It's not clean. It still has that little bit of edge to it, which is something that I love playing with a clean sound. Wouldn't say it's spanky sounding. It just feels very, very balanced and very warm sounding. Now, the switches on this amp are quite interesting to try out. Let's just flick the first one, which is the bright switch, into the up position. Adds a lot of chime. You probably noticed from the reamp section, but it works like a lot of bright switches in that the lower the gain is set, the more it does, and the higher you turn the gain up, the less impact it has on the sound. So on, in the middle, and down. In the down position, it's a much more subtle tonal shift. It just adds a little bit of extra sparkle on top, which is quite nice. I think in this situation, I'd be using the bright switches more if I was running like a 335 or a Les Paul or something with a humbucker in the neck position. With the single coils, it probably gets a little bit too edgy for me, but it's still really nice and chimey. Let's just turn that gain up a tiny bit more, and we'll balance the channel volume down. All right, let's check out the T switch, which is T for tight. We're in the middle position. Up. Down. I'd probably say if you were running the gain a little lower on this for a cleaner sound, and maybe you wanted to still incorporate the bright switch up, I'd probably have the tight switch in the up position as well, just to counteract some of the extra gnarliness. That's with the tight switch up. This is in the middle. Up. It just adds back a little bit more bottom end. Maybe we'll just put the bright switch in the bottom. Sounds quite nice. It sounds very clean and maybe a little bit scoop sounding. Let's go back to the switches in the middle. And we'll just see how much gain we get out of this channel, which is quite a lot. I'll go to the bridge humbucker. I'm happy with that. Anything that sounds kind of chuggy like that, without sounding too bloated, is good for me. I definitely like that tight switch in the middle. The more gain there is, I think it just sounds a little flubby when it's up, when it's either up or in the up or down position. Feels pretty comfortable. And once again, the higher the gain, the less impact the bright switch will have. Barely noticeable. Something I didn't talk about yet is the structure switches, which I kind of like A in this one. B. C. I always lean on C if it just feels like the tone is a little bit too edgy, but I don't really find that with this. I like the little bit of extra clarity that the A structure switch is giving. We'll turn that back down to a more moderate volume. like that's such a great tone for playing open chords, distorted open chords, you know? It's despite having, you know, similarities to that JTM45 sort of thing, which I believe Marshall copied off Fender back in the day. It's I don't know what it is. Like I always feel like the Marshall sound is like a little narrow of a tone, whereas this feels a little bit broader. And I think for those big open chords, it's a little bit more satisfying to play. So yeah, great tone. Let's flick over to the red channel, which does sound different. It sounds higher gain to me. So this is the blue channel. Red channel. So you can hear the red has a bit more saturation out of the box, and more than, maybe not, I'm not sure if it's more than you can get out of the blue channel, but it just sounds a little bit different. I noticed when I was running the reamp, this got pretty saturated at full gain, and you know, let's just go heavy metal and hear what it sounds like. Yeah, it's like pretty furry, really. The bright cap, once again, should do not much at all at such egregious amounts of gain. Let's back the gain down and we'll crank the output volume of the channel up a bit. Nicely broken up. I don't know about everyone else, but it makes me want to, like a tremolo or something on it, just... feels nice and chimey. Let's try the bright switches. I mean, that sounds thick, thick, thick to me. I'd probably err on the... yeah, that feels a bit more balanced to me with the bright switch down and the tight switch in the down position. But it's a much more broken up sound than what we have on the blue channel in a similar setting. So yeah, I think you'd probably get away with running some pretty sweet solo tones with a tone like this. It's saturated, it's comfortable to play. I don't know, it sounds very familiar as well, something about that tone. So yeah, very, very cool sound. I probably prefer the blue channel. In a slightly lower gain setting. Like that feels really nice to me. Like I can just imagine it with some nice lush reverb on it, some delay, and something like maybe a little bit of tremolo as well. So that's the Synergy BMAN module. Really happy to try this one. I'm glad I finally got around to doing it because it does sound really good, and it's, you know, it's broken up. It's a different sort of sound to the normal high gain stuff than what I normally play. And to be honest, it's a tone that probably comes up more when I'm in a recording studio situation than I wish it did, considering I just wish everything sounded like, you know, heavy metal. But man, versatile amp, versatile module, great amp tone, and yeah, really happy to try it out. So I just want to say a big thank you again to Synergy for sending this to me to demo. I'm going to leave it there for today. If you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.